Our series, A More Perfect Union, aims to show that what unites us as Americans is far greater than what divides us. One of the biggest divisions in Congress is the hardest to see. Who can afford to work there as an intern? Congress is not required to pay those interns, and most members do not. But we found one innovative nonprofit that connects low-income students with congressional internships that some thought they could not afford. Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, think about this. Most members of Congress are worth more than $1 million, and yet most of them don't pay their interns a dime. And that puts this key stepping stone out of reach for a lot of talented young people who just can't work for free in one of the nation's most expensive cities. Each year, 8,000 interns come to Congress. But for some, Capitol Hill can be a tough climb.
I come from a town of 380 people. Single mom, grew up in a trailer.
Texas native Audrey Henson had to take on a $6,500 loan and 2 jobs just to afford her unpaid internship here 7 years ago.
Not only are you being asked to front the bill for housing, which can be between $1,500 and $2,000 a month, then you have to pay for your food every day.
This is pretty essential.
That experience led her to create College to Congress, a nonprofit that gives low-income students the money and training to succeed here.
Do you have any idea who I am?
You said your name was Melissa.
Melinda Gates, sir.
More than 1,000 students applied this year for 18 grants.
First, I was like, this is probably too good to be true.
Ryan Schieser went back to college in Ohio after a career in the Navy and has a 7-year-old son. Marissa Reyes from Washington State is the daughter of Mexican immigrants.
One of my earliest memories was working in agricultural fields with my parents over the summers.
College to Congress spends $26,000 on each intern to cover flights, housing, and food.
$26,000 for the summer, that's a game changer.
Absolutely.
Completely.
That's a good income from where I come from.
This is an everyday DC shirt.
The money also helps them build a professional wardrobe.
You know, you have to get like the white standard shirt.
Think about how much a suit is, and you can't just buy one. You're working 5 days a week.
Another obstacle wealthier interns don't face.
I had a mental breakdown in like a JCPenney's in the sock aisle because there was like 15 types of socks and I didn't know which one to get.
I remember that.
Yeah, I needed a minute.
Did you own a tie?
I did own a tie, but like 2.
The program is now in its 3rd year with backing from big names like Toyota, Facebook, and Google. South Carolina Republican Tim Scott was an early champion.
Growing up in a single-parent household, mired in poverty, the one thing you did a lot of was work.
So working for free is just something that never would have been an option for you.
No, and I think it isn't for the average kid in this country.
Senator Scott pays his interns, but most in Congress don't.
What we've learned is that by having a cross-section of all of America employed here, I serve, hopefully, all of America better.
Ryan Schieser says interning for a Senate subcommittee is already opening doors he never knew existed.
This is insane. I'm just meeting people and they're like, do you want a job? Networking's huge.
So you can already see how this experience might change your whole job trajectory.
Absolutely, yes.
Marissa Reyes is making contacts too, interning for Democratic leader Chuck Schumer.
It's funny because everyone's like, want to get coffee, and I'm like, wow, you guys really like coffee.
87% of College to Congress alumni have stayed in public service.
There is a generation that is hungry to be a part of the difference, who isn't desensitized like a lot of other Americans are, but who really do see an opportunity to fix this.
What's your ultimate goal?
I just want Congress to look like America. I want the American people to be heard.
I asked Senator Scott why more lawmakers don't pay their interns, and he said he thinks it's just not on their radar. He added that he thinks it's a great investment because a lot of these interns are smarter than the members they work for. His words, not mine.
Oh, wow. Well, throwing some shade there.
We love this story.
Yeah, great
Nancy.
Program. Nancy, thank you. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Cheers to Audrey Henson.
I love what you said. I want Congress to look more like America.
Right.
I also think we can help that kid who had the mental breakdown in the sock aisle
with the decision making.
by connecting him with Dr.
Sue
Sue Farmer. Yeah.